Today we are going to be talking about a game that up until recently I haven't heard about, and it's Brass Birmingham. This is not gonna be a how to play video, it's gonna be my honest review about playing it, hearing about it for the first time, and just getting a feel about it. The game was made in 2018. It's an economy game from 2 to 4 players, where you have to manage your resources, manage your connections, being boats in the first round and trains in the second round, and all the time thinking about what is the next player gonna be doing. Because the thing is with resources in this game is that depending on what kind of resource it is, and there's different ways to get it, but you can use your opponent's resources. So say your opponent have built a coal factory, you can actually use his coal as long as you can get to it. With that said, the strategic mind you have to wrap around this game makes it for a completely beginner and advanced game, but for more experienced board game players it would be much easier to get into. So I would say about a medium, depending who you're playing against. The game is actually a sequel to Brass Lancashire, which I honestly never have heard about either. I'm probably gonna check that out at some point when I get to it. How you play the game is rather individual. I cannot say that a certain type of person would have more fun playing this game, because there's just so many ways to approach it, to how you're going to use your resources, which cities to build in, where to build either your boats in the first round or your trains in the second round, to always get the upper hand on your opponent. I would highly recommend first time playing it, that either you are all players who really know what they're doing, or have someone at the table who knows the game. I played it with my wife. Both of us have never seen the game before. I found the rulebook a little hard to understand. I am no veteran, I'm no seasoned at playing board games, and that shows, because I could somewhat understand the rules, but telling the rules to my wife so we can play the game, we messed up a lot. You're gonna see that in some of the screenshots I have rolling in the background, that basically from time to time we did not understand the rules. We misunderstood the cell rules completely, so we did not use the tokens on the trading stations probably. So we went way ahead with the game. It changed how the game was played completely. We still have fun, but playing it the right way is going to be something I want to try as well. So do remember, with this review I did it without watching any how to play, because playing a game like this, I really want to know how can it be picked up by somebody who have never seen it, never played it. Most of the times when I do this, I know the games in beforehand. I might not try them, but I know the games, I know the concept before I read the rulebook. I did it a bit different this time, because when I saw it was on the top of the 100 list, I actually thought to myself, well, I'm gonna go check if my library has it. So I don't own the game, but I have borrowed it in my local library. I would actually quite want to know if any of you, we are from Denmark, as our username says, that's Gaming Decay, but I could actually want to know if in other countries they have board games in the library as well, or in Denmark as well, if it's on every library, or I'm just a lucky one. But that's it. Yeah, I like it. I have borrowed a lot of games through them now, and I know the guys who purchased the games there. Disclaimer: I work there, not at the library, but in the same building. So I've gotten to know them, and I know when they're buying home games. And the funny fact was, he told me the next time I saw him, was it you who took Brass Birgmingham right away? I just thought, yeah, because it was gone an hour after he put it on the shelf. So I just was really lucky when I got down there. And now I'm just furthermore excited to play it. So yeah, to recommend it, I would highly do, even though I haven't understood the rules completely yet. But I really think it has potential. And we were playing it with 2 people, and with 4, I think the fun would just expand from there. The point system is a bit different. It looks, the board itself could be compared to Ticket to Ride, where you have cities and you have connections. Where it doesn't look alike, in the cities you have either factories or goods or vases or stuff like that that can be proven. But that's another thing. You can probably see on some of the pictures I show. But the point system is actually not the same, but it looks the same because you have it in the edge of the border. But you only do it after each round. So you have to keep tabs on your points as well on the way. The rounds, I think it's been done before, but it's actually played by using card discard and drawing. Each player have 2 actions in their turn, and for each action, even passing their action, they have to discard a card and draw up to 8 in their hand. So the card pile decides how many rounds there are, so there are always the same amount of rounds, because you can't discard more than 2 cards. Well, you can if you do a scout action and pick a wild card, but you would still have the same amount of cards, just from another pile. I think there's a high replay value in this game, because if you lose playing with one strategy, you can always pick it up, play again with probably the same players, and try a different strategy. So you can actually play this game lots of times and have different outcomes each time. Yeah, I think that was about it. Do give us a like and a subscribe if you like the videos we do, and please let me know in the comments if your local libraries have board games, and if you don't know, go check. Find a resource where you can borrow a lot of games before you have to buy them yourself.